Yes, good afternoon, good morning to many of my fans and family around the world. Good day, good day, good day. I'm feeling good this morning. Yes, I'm finally leaving. It's been a great pleasure to travel around the world, especially Africa. Especially Africa. I will say this to you. You learn so much by traveling. People are people. That's one. If you ask me what I learned on traveling, what did I learn by traveling around the world? I learned people are people regardless of what color, race, gender, religion, whatever it may be. People are people wherever you go. And a lot of us in this world don't like us to know that people are people. The same people in the United States is the same people in Africa. The same people in Africa, the same people in Canada, London, Germany. It's the same people. People are people. There are good people in every society. There are bad people in every society. There are loving, kind people in every society, every walk of life that you go. So it's up to you to have that experience. Like I believe in experience. I believe in experience wherever you go. Whatever you do, I believe in the experience. I cannot give you my experience and say, this will be your experience. It will not be that way. So the best thing I say to you, travel, go around the world. Don't listen what the next man has. Don't taste what the next man tastes. It got to be palatable to you. These things I'm talking about traveling around the world, our people seem to be isolated, waiting for a newspaper, waiting for the music. So you can listen to rap music and the reggae music to get information. No. You gotta have it within yourself to get up and do and not vegetating. So I learn people are people regardless. And this is what I see in Africa. I see the same smile in the Caribbean. I see the same smile in Africa. When I go to Germany, I see the same smile. Wherever I go, I see the same people, the same faces. Whether they are crooked, whether they are bad. Every country have crime. And I think most of us don't want to come to grip to that. We love to believe that we are civilized, just we alone are civilized, and everyone else are uncivilized. We have this kind of emotion, we have this kind of feeling, that ego in us, that everyone is uncivilized and I'm the only civilized one. And the only way to get away from those emotions is to come back to your spiritual base, come back to your God, come back to your God as I always say. Come back to your reality to know that this man is just like you and you are just like this man. The only thing that changed the mind is the ideology. Your perception, how you see things, that might be the only thing that separates man. Ideologies. Schools separate us. Ideologies separate us. Flags separate us. Well, more than flags. Governments separate us. Religion separate us. When they're supposed to bring the people together, they separate the people. When government's supposed to bring people together, they separate the people. You see, we understand what's going on. So that's why I say to you, the only way to understand the world is by traveling and not listening to the newspaper or someone else's opinion. Some opinions are right, but we cannot just say, well, I'm going to listen to your opinion. You might not share the same beliefs that I have, or you might not have the same belief that I got. Right? So in order to make this thing work, in order to make humanity work, so civilization work, we got to start seeing one another as human beings, as ourselves in the world. Like I say, we gravitate to this ego thing, that I am better, I'm superior. But in the end of the day, we are all human beings, or we're supposed to be all human beings with an ideology. with a concept, a process of how we should do things in this universe, being civil to one another. You see, but we don't get this concept yet. You know, we're looking at a world that is progressive. You know, we have the internet, we have television, we have the cars, we have everything that we can put our fingers on to make us modern society. But our minds are not keeping up with the progress of the world, with the technology of the world. Our minds, our soul is not keeping up with those progress. It's like the progress that man is making is leaving man behind. Our own invention is become more superior than the man himself. So that should show us something is wrong with that. When the things that we inventing become more superior than the man itself, or it worth more than human lives. When a car or a vehicle or a plane will worth more than a human life, something should tell us something is wrong with that. But as human beings, because we get that ego, we think that our cars are superior. We think the planes, and we think the internet and television, the big screen, are superior to man, and when it's not. So we got to examine ourselves, as the scripture said. And that's what the scripture said. Examine yourself. And a lot of us don't like to examine ourselves. You see, we believe that we have to be in this religion to be superior. Or we have to be in that religion to be superior. Or we have to be in this university to be superior. You see, that is this ideology today. That is cool and is things that he got to make him superior. No, it don't. Man was born superior to all things. Man is in control and don't understand. Of course, I don't have to say God. We all know that. I'm talking on a certain level. Right? But we know God is in control of all things. But when man thinks he's in control, then the laughter begins. It becomes a joke when he thinks he is superior to all things. And that is what's going on in the universe. Like I always say to you, man cannot solve his problem. Man don't know how to solve his problems because he believes that whatever he do or think is superior to everyone else, when all man is supposed to think I am superior, all human beings, not just one man alone, or all human beings to say I am the greatest, or all human beings, not one left behind, supposed to say I am somebody. And I'm going to make it work regardless of my color or my skin or my complexion or my race or my religion. You see, but we love to believe our ideology is superior. And whenever we fall into those wickedness, thinking you alone is superior and you alone have the answer, then we'll have wars in this universe. And the wars will always be continue wars upon wars upon wars when once men think that he alone is superior to another man. This is the problem that we face as human beings, not just black man or white man or Chinese man. Because in China, they want to be superior. They have the bombs, they have the gun. They say, the Chinese man say, I want to be superior. The Japanese say, I want to be superior. The Europeans say, I want to be superior. Not superior alongside with you, but he wants to be superior over you and all things. The African man say, I want to be superior. So it trickle down in society where the small man think to himself, I am superior. The small man who don't have the education, who just looking at the symbols of things and saying, I want to be. And that small, what we call a small man, who don't have the education of the university, well, he's saying to himself now, since you're leaving me out, I want to be the big man now. And since he have a small mind, what are he going to do? What is he going to do if he don't go back to the university, if he don't get his education, if he don't get inspiration? What is he going to do? He going